to call to order the Common Council meeting for March 25th, 2025 at 6:12 p.m. Attendance roll call.
Alderpersons Wolf.
Here.
Hamel.
Here.
Decker.
Here.
Schwer is absent. Schrader.
Here.
Kubaki is absent. And Madden.
Here.
We have a quorum present.
Thank you. Statement of public notice.
This meeting was noticed in accordance with the open meeting law on Friday, March 21st, and then we posted an amended agenda on Monday, March 24th.
Thank you. Public comment. Anyone here from the public wishing to be heard on any agenda item? Seeing none, I'll move on to communications from the mayor's office. The dam was closed on Monday for the Little Lake, so the water should start rising if you're getting any questions on it. Newsletter it was sent to the printer yesterday. It should be printed later this week in the mail early next week. Monday, 99.1, The Mix is doing a battle of burbs, and it's Muskego versus Port Washington. It's a little thing they do on the radio in the morning, so you have an opportunity to go on social media, their Facebook page or their Instagram page and vote for which burb is better, and the winning burbs move on. So I think we'll be like round 8 of all the ones they've been doing all week. So it's a little fun thing that gives me an opportunity to go on there and talk about the highlight things about Muskego, like things like Port Washington only has 4 miles of shoreline, and we have almost 24 miles of shoreline in our community. So little things like that, but
Different kind of lake, but.
shoreline is shoreline.
Yeah.
All right, that's all I got. Public hearing to consider the petition of Darrell Borchert of the Oak Ridge Glen subdivision, Hackberry Hill Court, vacant lot to rezone the following areas. Tax key number 2172070 lot 40, tax key number 2172076 lot 76, tax key number 2172077 lot 77 from RM2 multifamily residence districts to RS2 suburban residence district for the purpose of converting multifamily lots to single family lots. Adam, how you doing?
Thank you, Mayor. So this request is similar to a request that we had in front of us late last year. The developers of this original subdivision, Mr. Borchert, this development always had an area on the far east side of it, was 14 or 15 lots or so that were originally always planned to be multifamily. The bulk of the lots were set up for 2-unit dwellings, and 2 of the lots were large enough to support 4-unit dwellings. And the theory was always kind of a buffer between the single family and the potential commercial bossy land to the east. The request that we had in front of us at the end of last year was to rezone 2 of these lots from multifamily to single family because the developer's been getting interest for single family homeowners here. That was approved last fall, and the developer has talked to us since and now is requesting 3 more lots. One of them is adjacent to the 2 that were previously rezoned. The other 2 are at the southern end of the cul-de-sac, adjacent to some other single family homes. So the request is rezone the 3 lots in question from RM2 multiple family residence district to RS2 suburban residence district, which is single family.
Any questions in the council?
Yeah. Is there other lots left that are multifamily there then, or is that the end of it?
Yes, there are. I think the number's like 9. I'd have to double check the number. There are still some that are immediately adjacent to the Bossy property.
They're not in between the other ones.
They are. They would be sandwiched in between
the single families. They can be, you said?
They can't be unless they also get rezoned. In talking to the developer, it sounds like at some point maybe he asked for more. I think he wasn't really sure what he wants to do with those ones yet. But there could be a future request for more or maybe not.
The history behind this one actually goes back to when I was an alderman 20-some years ago. These were put in there as buffer because we thought at the time that the residential component would get developed before the commercial component, and you get less complaints from multifamily up against commercial than you do straight as that commercial develops. However, in the case there, almost all the commercial developed except for the Bossy property first, so that's the reason for it. Anyone from the public wishing to be heard? Seeing none, I declare this public hearing closed. Consent agenda, approval of the Common Council meeting minutes from March 11th, voucher approvals, Resolution 017, 2025, approval of award of bid for the 2025-26 Parks, Boulevards, Terraces, and Facility Landscaping Services. That's it.
Motion to approve and Rose.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. New business, Resolution 016, 2025, resolution regarding an MS4 permit compliance.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. Amendment to Class B liquor license fees to $200 so that it's consistent with Class A beer liquor licenses.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion, this was just a typo on the last one. It got omitted. It should have been, when we approved all the fees, this should have been in there and it just got missed. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. First reading of ordinance and second reading, if the rules are waived, ordinance 1494, an ordinance to amend the zoning map RM2 to RS2 Oak Ridge Glen. Any information you need for the second reading? If anything comes up, let Adam or myself know and we can get you that information. License approval. Approval of a Class A liquor license for Sunfish Ventures LLC, DBA Lakeview Shell, located at South 76 West 17871 Janesville Road.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. Approval for a full-service retail outlet for Raised Grain Brewing Company, LLC, DBA Raised Grain Brewing Company at Veterans Park on Racine Avenue for National Night Out to be held on August 13th, 2025 from 4:30 p.m. until 8:30 p.m.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. Committee reports, there's the Finance Committee meeting minutes from February 25th in front of you for your review. There is no city officials reports, communications miscellaneous business as authorized by law. Any updates from any of the liaisons? Seeing none, any future agenda item requests? Alderman Wolf?
Yeah, I'd like to start seeing a quarterly or half year, whatever, update on the budget of the money that has been spent, that is, I don't know how to exactly phrase this, I guess.
A year-to-date budget update, and
Yeah, but I don't care about everything. I just want to know the money that has been allocated, that we saved money on as well. I want to see what we're doing throughout the year, but yeah, pretty much an update.
And she does that. Right now, she's working on the audit, getting the stuff into the audit, but we do that every year. Well, you'll get that as part of the Finance Committee meeting. It'll be put in there as in your packet for an update. So
Okay,
that's done automatically.
And when is that done?
I'm thinking June, but I can talk. Jenny's on vacation. She gets back
June.
tonight at 11. I can talk to her tomorrow.
Yeah, I'd like to have that, and then have that, make sure it's done before the budget process starts as well.
Well, and the budget process this year is going to start much earlier than in the past, so it will be.
Okay, yeah, so, okay, good.
And just to piggyback on that, I know we've talked about it, having more like teaching us on how that tips works, like explaining the tips to us. I'd like to get that.
That's already on one of Jeff's lists.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Just showing all the work, showing the bids and
an
or quotes, I should say.
Explanation of what the process is and all that.
Yeah, thank you.
Any other? Seeing none, a motion to adjourn would be in order.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? We're adjourned at 6:20.